Sorry about the delay. I was doing a bunch of stuff in the background. Changed my settings. I was watching the Tony Ferguson fight. He Tony Ferguson got pieced up. Absolutely got pieced up. How's it going, Michael? Thank you for joining. Sorry. But yeah, I just watched the end of the Tony Ferguson fight. Not a good fight for Tony. Yeah, he needs to start thinking about retirement. I'm pulling up. I kind of only want to see. I want to know how Stephen Thompson does, but I'm not really caring about the other ones besides Leon Edwards and Colby Covington. So I was actually gonna cover all the fights, but then I was like, these aren't even that good. Pete said no pirating. Oh well, I'm sorry, I can't control what Pete wants to do. Sometimes you just gotta, you know. My last name is Waters. I sail these open seas, and some people can't hang. Arg, they're always after me booty. I didn't even know people could comment on Twitter. Is that a new thing? Can people comment on Twitter now? What up, Aiden? Hope you're doing well, man. Somehow I got a comment through Twitter. I don't usually get those. Christian, nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. But yeah, I'm kind of just giving updates right now. I was watching the Tony Ferguson fight and wasn't happy with that. Not even kinda. Thanks for joining, Christian and Michael. Thank you, everybody. I don't know. Maybe I'll play some video games at the same time. Don't really have a plan at the moment. I'm gonna keep doing updates on the fights. Boss man, if you want, let me know. I'll let some people come on and join me. I'll probably do an open panel at the same time. Oh. Sir Epstein could whoop Patty and Tony. I don't know about all that. If anybody wants to join me. Shout out to Tactical Soup for the for the birthday drama he brought me yesterday. That was fun. What am I doing here? I didn't change any of my settings yet. I wasn't really ready to stream. Kind of had to change of plans in the middle of the night. I feel like this is a new thing on Twitter. Because I've never been able to show Twitter stuff before. Rocking? Thought you were rocking. Rocco's back streaming. Rocco's been back streaming for a little over 2 weeks. Yeah, he's been doing the Hot Box Car or Hot Car podcast, Hot Seat, maybe Hot Car Seat podcast. I don't know what it's called, but the host that he's been working with is the reason he's been doing so well. I think he's been kind of orchestrating them well. I don't think Rocco should go solo by himself for a little while. I think he should wait, but he's been doing shows for the last at least 2 weeks. But people are just starting to figure out because he started going live on his channel again. So, but yeah, no, he's been going live on this channel with like 30 subscribers. I've been following him, trying to keep up with him. Rocco knows I don't hate him. I just think he gets himself involved with some weird shit. I don't think he's got a handler as much as he's reiterating what we've always told Rocco is just you need to not pay attention to the chat. You need to stay positive. You need to come on and talk about your story. Don't come on and talk about other people's shit. Like, I don't know. If I could pick 2 people in the world that I wish didn't read the comments, it would be Michael Pena and Rocco. The 2 guys I wish had a little more discretion when it came to being on the internet. And then all of a sudden, in the last 4 months, he decided that he shouldn't talk about his family. I'm like, dude, we've been telling you that. I've been telling you, Rocco, that for the last 2 years. Don't talk about your family online. Don't ever do that. No reason to. It's a bad idea. But yet it happens over and over again. Pena's not MIA. Pena's in the States. I talked to Pena like a week ago. He's fine. Walking in the same way. Mermaid can't find him apparently. Mermaid got a hold of him. She knows he's fine. And I even reached out to a mediary. I found a common ground between me and the mermaid. That was the other thing that was driving me kind of nuts about the mermaid is that she goes out of her way to go and like get involved with Rocco stuff, but then the whole time Rocco is online, all she did is talk shit about him. And then he gets a little bit of attention and she jumps on the bandwagon. And it's just like that stuff kind of bugs me. But to each their own. I try not to get involved with it as much anymore. What up, Canadian? Hope you're doing well, senor. Sir, you're not under a rock. You know everything that's going on. You know better than that. We all know better than that. It's not our first day. You knew about it before I did. I don't know about that. I was talking to Pena about buying him a ticket to come out to Chicago, but we didn't actually make any plans on it or anything. But I offered to buy him his plane ticket. I told him I'd pick him up at the airport if he wanted to fly out for a little bit. But he told me he was going to be in the States, so I wasn't too worried about it. Hello? What's going on, boss man?
Nada. What are you doing?
A lot of. I was watching the fights, but they got
Yeah,
It got a little boring.
was too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the last maybe two. I saw the one with Patty, whatever his name is,
Just now?
the guy with the cornrows. Yeah,
Patty Pimblett? Oh, no. Are you
yeah.
talking about Sean O'Malley?
No, the one you just said.
Oh, Patty Pimblett? Yeah,
Yeah,
he just had a fight with Tony Ferguson, was the last fight that he just
Ferguson.
had. Yeah.
Yeah, he beat the crap out of Ferguson.
No, it like just happened like less than 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I think he beat the dog smack out of him. Now I'm waiting until the Colby Covington, Leon Edwards fight that's coming on later tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping it was coming on next, but
Yeah, no, that's
I
gonna
got
be the
this other
main
one.
card. Colby hasn't been fighting since he got in a fight with Jorge Masvidal outside of the UFC right after their fight. Like Colby, I guess, beat the shit out of Jorge Masvidal, and then after the fight, Jorge jumped him at a bar or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then they've both been out of the UFC. I think Jorge's had one fight since then, but Colby was out with some kind of like bad concussion or some kind of brain issue because they weren't
Oh
sure if he
well.
was gonna fight again or something.
Yeah.
Syrup says I could have whooped both of those two. Yeah, I bet. Jack Black in Wonder Boy corners. He's in no, he's not in Wonder Boy's corner. He just likes the music. No, but Jorge, I know Jorge's retired now, but he's had fights since Colby and his fight. He had a retirement fight too. I think he even got to go on and face Usman again. But I don't know if that was after the Colby fight or not. Wonder Boy. Does he really have Jack Black in his corner? I wasn't watching. That's funny. It'd be cool if he was singing Wonder Boy for him. He was wearing a Wonder Boy fight kit. Damn, that's fun. Yeah, I didn't know Jack Black was really out there. That's cool. I saw Meatball Molly out there when Patty was fighting, but I didn't see that. I wasn't really watching that many celebrities this time. I assume Steve-O's there. I assume Joe Rogan's doing the announcements. I was gonna watch the Fight Companion too with I think Brendan Schaub's doing one. I kind of wanted to watch that, but I don't know. I ended up getting home late, and I was gonna go to the gym and stream all these fights, and ended up not doing it. Now everybody over at the gym is, I think, watching it at Buffalo Wild Wings over at B Dubs because they're always playing it. I forgot what the price is for bars. I think they pay like 10 grand to be able to stream those fights or something. It's something crazy. It's
Really?
over. Yeah, it's over $2,000. But I don't remember if it just covers the one franchise or what it covers. But it's like insane because I was looking into a couple of the bars that I worked at were looking into getting the fights for specific events, and yeah, it's like crazy amounts, especially if you're streaming it on like all of your TVs. Like maybe they have new deals now, but I don't know how it works now. But it used to be pretty crazy back in the day.
Wow.
Ooh, is Pesci live tonight? Everybody watching the football game?
Nah, he's they're playing games, and I think he's watching the football game.
I was watching him a little bit. You know, the Bears are going to be on tomorrow against Cincinnati, right?
No, Cincinnati beat the Vikings today.
Who do the
The
Bears have tomorrow?
Bears, I thought it was Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland? That makes more sense. Well, good. I can root against Pesci for the evening.
And my Dolphins are playing the Jets, and that scares me.
Yeah, the Jets are never horrible. What's going on, Emily? Wow, what are the odds going into it? Any favorites?
Oh, I think
I mean, I know
Miami's
you're
favored
favorite.
by like 8.5 or something crazy. I
Oh.
wouldn't take it. Yeah, Miami choked against Tennessee last week. They were up by 14 with 3 minutes left in the game, and they lost by 1.
Damn.
Tennessee
Yeah.
scored. They went for 2. Miami was 3 and out, and Tennessee scored. Kicked the extra point, and that was it.
Yeah, it's always annoying when you're talking like 1 point difference.
Yeah, especially when they were down by 14 with 3 minutes left in the game.
Oh, and they caught up.
Like you can't. Yeah, it's like you can't go 10 yards and get a first down to run the clock.
Yeah, that's a little weird. So, what you been up to this evening? Anything fun?
Well, this afternoon I went. My neighbors growing up basically raised me, and they moved away from our neighborhood years ago, and I went down and visited them. Gosh, for like 4 hours
How much longer are you out there?
until January 3rd.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I never knew how long
And
your trip was.
yeah, it's November 27th to January 3rd. So yeah, it was good seeing them, and then just came home and kicking back.
Yeah, I ended up going to like a family holiday today. It was pretty good. Got over there and everybody ordered Portillo's, but and there was just like a catering amount of Portillo's, but they had all the beef separated, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm going nuts on this Italian beef, just solo because I wasn't trying to eat any bread, but I went nuts on the Italian beef itself. It was good."
Cool.
And then I had a bunch of broccoli, broccoli and Italian beef for dinner. It's a weird combo. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why, but kind of expected more people to be on tonight. Saturday night, nobody up to anything. A lot of streams going on, but I was kind of surprised Pesci wasn't up and going, and a couple other people.
Yeah, they were streaming till I finally signed off like at 2:50 in the morning, and they were still playing. So I don't know what time they got.
Oh yeah, they were on pretty late last night. I stayed up till 11, or because you weren't talking when I stopped in.
Nah, I was in and out. And I kept dozing off, and I guess they moved me to a different room, and as soon as they moved me, I went right back. But I guess they could hear my BiPAP machine.
They could
So I
hear you
went on
breathing.
mute.
Wait, are you
Yeah, I
talking about
went
like
on
the
mute.
CPAP machines? Is that what you're talking about? Like those?
Yeah, the BiPAP. Yeah, BiPAP is when it's more serious.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my brain at night, it doesn't tell my body to breathe. So it's even more dangerous.
I could probably use something like that. My tonsils are horrible. I should have got them removed when I was younger, and I never did. They like touch, but I heard it's bad for you when you're an adult. But I don't know. I've always thought about getting my tonsils removed because they're so big.
Yeah, if I don't have my BiPAP on, when I wake up in the morning, my throat hurts so bad from
Just dry or what?
snow, like pain from all the snoring
Oh,
I
gotcha.
do. Uh,
So I take it you can't drink or anything before bed because it probably exacerbates it too, right?
you mean drink anything or alcohol?
Alcohol specifically, doesn't that make people snore and stuff more?
Um, I think it probably benefited me more because, like, I know, like if you take Benadryl, it like when you're getting tested, if you take Benadryl or something to knock you out, you're not going to get the true results
Yeah,
because you don't.
you wake up groggy.
So, well, you just don't stop breathing as much for some reason.
I was never a big Benadryl guy or a Robitussin. I don't know what it was. I never got into. I never really tried Benadryl and I never really tried Robitussin.
I used to use Benadryl for sleep when I worked midnight shift. I'd come home and pop uh, 50 milligrams of Benadryl, and it would knock me out, dude.
Hmm.
And I'd sleep all day. And dude, the weirdest thing would happen to me. Um, you know those soft yellow earplugs? You kind of roll them in your finger to get them
Yeah, you squeeze them to get them in.
tight. Yeah, and then you put them in your ear and they expand. I would put those in, and every day when I wake up, they would be down by my feet. I have no idea how.
You probably pull them out in the middle of the night. My girlfriend has some, and she puts them in, and they're a little nicer than those, but they're like the noise canceling ones. And sometime in the middle of the night, she wakes up, takes them out, puts them in her little thing, and she doesn't even remember even putting them away. And I'm like, yeah, you probably just do it subconsciously because you're worried about losing them.
But by my feet, I could never figure. I know I took them out, but
Yeah.
it's like I couldn't figure out why they were there.
Mhm.
Like I
Set up at
wanted
some
to
point.
set up a camera and video myself to see what it was I was doing.
I used to have like full conversations in my sleep. I don't know what it was. Well, I kind of am a heavy advocate of like lucid dreaming and astral projection and stuff like that. Like that weird point in your body between awake and asleep. And
Hmm.
I find myself there a lot because I'm always having like full conversations and I can almost like control my dreams for the most part. Like my mom used to tell me she used to see me when I was sound asleep. I would like reach over and I'd pinch myself, and that's how I would test if I was dreaming or not. But I don't know how I was doing it subconsciously or how I got myself into that point. But then once I figured out I was in a
Yeah,
dream, I'd have like more fun with it. I think it stopped me from having bad dreams when I was younger. Because when you know you have control of your dreams, it's like, oh, this is easy. You can just make whatever
yeah,
you want happen.
yeah. Have you ever taken melatonin?
Oh yeah, I've taken melatonin.
Dude, that stuff gives me the trippiest dreams, and they're like vivid. Where I would wake up thinking, "Man, did that really happen, or was it a dream?"
That's creepy.
Yeah.
What's the other Ambien?
Oh, yeah, that
I
stuff
heard
knocked me out.
I heard some bad stuff about Ambien and people getting pretty wild stories from that.
Yeah, someone gave me one, and I took it, and she called me that night, and I answered, and I was just like kind of slurring my speech and was out of it. She's like, "Did you take that Ambien?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she just
Sure
starts
did.
laughing. But I remember waking up and thinking, wow, that's what it feels like to get a good night's sleep. Because I was like wide awake, refreshed.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever it is when it comes to sleep aids, I don't wake up the same way. Melatonin's not so bad. I actually wake up rested, but I do have some like deeper sleeps than I would with other stuff. So I could see why you have more dreams. Because I guess melatonin's a little more natural than most. The only
Well,
problem with
yeah,
melatonin,
that's what your body produces. Yeah.
yeah, but the only problem is the servings that they make melatonin in are like drastically more than your body usually produces.
Oh yeah.
People usually flood their system with it. That's what I was worried about. People that take it too much, like I try not to take it very much, if ever. But no, I like melatonin. It's fucking enjoyable. That's for
My
sure.
daughter started taking. Well, my niece recommended it. It's called GABA, GABA,
Okay.
and it really helped them. I'm not sure what it's made out of. It's supposed to be all natural.
Is it coming like a little shooter?
So, nah, it might be a gummy, or
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not sure.
Gotcha. I don't know if I've ever had that one. Then I've heard of this weird shot that's supposed to be some kind of natural remedy to a lot of things, and it says like non-alcoholic and all this other stuff on it. But like when I drank it, my whole like mouth and throat went numb. It was probably the weirdest drink I've ever had. And it was spelled similar to that, like guava or gava,
Oh, okay.
but not like the fruit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Come on, roll me up a little J. It's about that time. She's got some nice Delta 9, and I thought I'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on some type of cannabis product because when they take me off morphine, I'm gonna be hurting.
Dude, I'm telling you, look up that kratom.
Yeah, you need to send me that in a message because I can't remember anything.
Kratom. Yeah. It's actually, I don't know why I keep forgetting to send it to you. Probably because I only talk to you usually on Discord, but now we're on Facebook. I'll send it to you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. So you're good until your prescriptions are good until you come back after January, then, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if he said he's gonna do it over the entire year or just starting this coming year. But he said
Oh,
it's gonna be a very gradual um
oh, I thought you were
weaning
saying
off.
I thought you were saying it was cold turkey.
Oh, they can't do that. No.
Yeah, I thought you would have died.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that happened to me when I was back here in February. I was here from the middle of February to the middle of April, and I was like, thought I brought enough, and all of a sudden I was like down to 3 pills, and
So you
or
forgot
no,
you lost the other.
yeah, it was hidden in my suitcase. But
Yeah,
yeah, I was awake for 36 hours, dude. Couldn't sleep, and was my arm would hurt and my leg would hurt, and they were like restless, and oh,
that's the
dude, it
worst.
was yeah.
Restless legs is the worst. I don't know why. That drives me like crazy, absolutely crazy.
I can't even talk about it because it starts happening
Oh
when I
yeah,
talk about
no,
it.
I
Yeah,
get you. As soon as you said it, it kind of like ooh, makes you just feel
yeah,
dirty.
yeah.
I get that when I like take like a Tylenol PM and don't fall asleep inside of like a certain window after I took it. Then I immediately am like awake as well as the restless. But
Yeah.
Tylenol PM is the only one that really makes me feel like that. Any kind of like weird sleep aid like that that doesn't feel natural, and you know you're gonna wake up groggy either way.
Yeah, my friend at work, he was having trouble sleeping during the day, and we get off at 7:30, and he said, "Man, how do you sleep?" I said, "Well, take some Benadryl." And he lived like probably 45 minutes to an hour away, and on the freeway. And he went to one of the nurses and asked if they had Benadryl, and they gave him liquid, and he took it then at work. And I'm like, dude, you should have done that. I go, you're gonna be so tired driving home. And he said it really messed him up. Like he felt like pulling over and sleeping on the freeway. And he finally made it home, and he said, man, that knocked me out.
Yeah, Gonzo, I was
But
starting to pick that up too. That seems to be falling behind. He's not keeping up to his usual schedule where he follows along with the news. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he lost internet or something.
who's that?
Servap?
Oh, sir.
Servap was I don't know, acting like he knew about Pena and he knew about Rocco, and
Yeah,
I thought he followed along with all that stuff. And all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh no, I didn't know any of this." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, like you know more about it than I do."
yeah.
I don't pretend anymore. He was asking about Ariel. He was asking about, or no, he wasn't really asking about Ariel. He was making statements about Ariel, or the mermaid, as he puts it.
That's a great picture, though. Uh,
What's that?
the Surratt picture with a
Oh yeah,
cigarette.
it's classic,
Uh,
instant classic. Or the fact that he changed his name um, because Pesci pronounced it like that.
yeah,
Like I like that his name wasn't originally sounding like or spelled like that. And then he's like, "All right, I guess I might as well change the spelling because everybody calls me Servap now."
yeah. Then there was the bada boom, bada bing at Surratt Singh. That was another classic.
Well, Robert Sampson's always in here, or Uncle Robert S,
Yeah,
or whatever the hell he's going by these days. He stops
yeah.
in and
He's on my
says aloha.
Facebook.
He's on your Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah, he blocked me on one of my Facebook. He blocked me on my community page Facebook.
oh yeah,
I never thought I would get blocked by a Servap.
yeah,
And then that was the funniest thing is he came in the other night and I said an inside joke and Gonzo was the only one that heard it. But basically, Robert Sampson came in and he was like, "I think those people are the same person." I'm like, "You would come in here and say that you thought somebody else was the same person." I was like, "If anybody's the goddamn same person, it's fucking you."
yeah. Man, did you hear what Bolin was saying about cancer?
No, what was he
Somebody,
saying?
somebody in the chat was saying either he couldn't donate or something because he had cancer. And Bolin's like,
Olin couldn't donate because he had
no, no,
cancer.
no, no. One of the people in the chat, and Bolin was like, oh, come on, or the guy said something like he's as bad off as the Filipinos because he has cancer, something like that. And Bolin just went off. He goes, your cancer is not as bad as theirs because you have health care and they don't. And, yeah, it was horrible. And like Bob's wife, I think she passed away from cancer, and Bob didn't look too happy. And people were kind of pissed, man. It was like really, really bad that he said that. And then he continued it last night.
I feel like it's all a game to him. He doesn't really care.
Nah, but still, you just don't say that to people.
I agree, but he's not. He doesn't treat people like they're people. He doesn't
Yeah,
think. I guarantee he doesn't think of online people as people.
yeah,
There's very few people he would consider people that he knows. I bet the rest of them are just donators and marks and whatever else.
man.
I don't know. I don't get much genuine out of that guy.
Nah.
Maybe it's just me.
I mean, even if you're working, to say that's crossing the line. You know.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, I can go
Well,
pretty
that just means you
far.
have. It just means you have no lines. There's
Yeah,
nothing that's considered valued when it comes to what you wouldn't cross on a moral level.
yeah. And then I worked on the oncology floor for years, and yeah, I lost a lot of patients that I'd become friends with, and it just kind of struck a nerve with me.
Yeah, I can imagine it strike a nerve with anybody. That's why when all that giggle pickle shit went down, she asked me if I had any input on it. I was like, you don't really want my input on it. And she was like,
Yeah,
why? I was like, because my mom had cancer. I was like, if you are faking cancer, I would think it was a shitty thing to do. I was like, I was with my mom when she went through cancer treatment and all that other shit. It sucks. Like, it absolutely sucks. My mom had thyroid cancer, and she had to get her
no,
thyroid removed, and she's on drugs for the rest of her life. Like,
yeah,
and so yeah, anybody out there making jokes about it or anything else, like, yeah, just you just come off as a shitty person, and there is no like joking matter where you're just like, oh, you're gonna win over some of the crowd. No, if anything, you're gonna push everybody away.
and then I don't. I kind of man, my memory. I just listened to it again tonight, but my memory's so bad. But it seems like this person said something about it runs in their family or something, and Bolin goes, "Well, I can guarantee you, no one's family's had more cancer than mine." Like, really, dude? How
Yeah,
would you know? You know?
well, it's also not a big dick competition. Death is
Yeah,
death.
yeah,
I mean, illness is illness, death is death. I mean, somebody's sick, they're sick. I don't know
yeah.
what this thing is with only people in the Philippines need help. And I mean, if it ever came down to it, people would realize he's not really fully helping those people. If he's helping them at all, great. I hope he's doing something for them and not just doing shit for himself. But
Yeah.
either way, the whole thing.
Well, and the thing is, when I first started listening to him, it was rice and tarps and sometimes mattresses. But now it's like motorcycles, fixing the motorcycles, TVs. It's like, is that, are those wants or needs, you know? And
Well,
it's
well,
like,
at what point is it out of your control? Like, shouldn't you move on to the family that's not needing a motorcycle? Maybe they're still just needing
yeah,
rice and tarps. Maybe you're just gonna be the rice and tarp guy, which is fine. Like, I
yeah,
don't
because
know.
he'd made comments before that, yeah, we got another family asking, but we just can't, we don't have enough to do that yet. And it's like, well, why not go back to that family, instead of,
It was the creepy shit when they were calling him daddy, and he was
oh,
acting
dude,
like all the weird shit he would say to those little girls. That was the stuff that creeped me out about it. It's whatever if
oh,
you want
dude,
to spend the money,
he,
but that
I wish I saved the clip, but he made a comment that said, he said, now watching CP isn't as bad as making it or selling it or something like that. And I was like, dude, what
I was
kind
like,
of comment is that?
get that quote right before we repeat it, because I would love to know what he
Oh,
actually said.
no, I mean, it was one of the two, either making or selling, one of those two, but it was definitely that, it's not as bad to,
Like selling schmut is less equivalent than being involved in it.
yeah, yeah,
But, oh yeah, I guess in a diluted world.
yeah.
Ugh.
I wish, because I didn't know how to do screen record back then, but I wish I would have done that. I probably would have sent it into the police or something.
Who's
To
the
keep.
Who's the guy in the PWO? I can't think of his name. He's not a big Kenny Bolin fan. Um, God, I can't think of the kid's name. The guy's name. Uh, Very generic name, but I can't think of him. He's always in the chat and always saying something about Kenny Bolin.
Alvin?
What's that?
Alvin?
No, Alvin's got plenty of other stuff to talk about. The guy I'm thinking about only talks about Kenny Bolin. I can't think of his name now offhand. But yeah, he put up
Not Jaywalks, right?
No, it's not Jaywalks. Like all the people you're listening to right now, like Punch or Jaywalks or Phil. Yeah, Gonzo got it. Indie Phil.
Oh, Indy Phil, yeah.
Indie Phil's got some fucking classics that he pulled off where Kenny was just saying some nasty shit. And I don't know, it just comes off creepy, dude. The guy's like what, 60 something?
Yeah, 65 at least.
Yeah. Like, ew, man. You're talking about these 12 and 13-year-olds that live out in the Philippines. Yeah.
Dude, there was some. He was interviewing somebody, but Gonzo probably remembers. I think it was a wrestler, and the guy was talking about his daughter and his daughter's friend, and Boland's like, "Oh, what's your daughter's name, or what's her friend's name?" And it was something like, crap, whatever her name was. He goes, "Oh, we help a Filipino named." They had the same first name, but it was something Rose.
Oh.
And then he's like, you and your daughter should come over and watch a pay-per-view with us and bring your daughter's friend. And it's like, dude, man. They were like
Goddamn.
15
Maybe that's
or
why he's so
16.
liberal. Maybe that's why he's so for Joe Biden and shit.
Yeah.
Like sniffing kids or something.
Yeah, it was
We
just
watched
really creepy.
we watched the infamous what was it? Corn Pop speech from Joe Biden last night.
Yeah.
For my birthday. I was like, oh, this is great. This is fucking comedy. I was telling my girlfriend about it, and I was like, yeah, the little black kids used to come and rub my legs when I got out of the pool. I'm like, oh yeah, she was losing her shit laughing.
Yeah, Corn Pop.
He's a bad dude. And then I think Canadian was in the chat. He was like, yeah, it's a real story. I'm like, I bet it is. But it's still a fucking weird story. And you can't follow anything he's saying because he just goes into tangents about whatever the hell's on his mind. Never anything important. No, because I asked him, because he's got, his Trudeau is their leader. And I asked him if he would make an equal trade. I said, straight up, no trade backs. I was like, would you take Biden for Trudeau? And he said no. He'd rather have Trudeau over Biden.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it. Is it really that bad? Do you think anybody would trade for Biden? Any other country?
I think so.
It'd be wild if they gave countries another choice. Like, hey, we'll let you have the American president if you guys can get a 40% vote.
Yep.
That's all we need. Yeah, then Canadian kept putting good quotes from him in the chat. He was like, blah, blah, blah. I'm running for United States Senate when he was running for president or whatever.
Yeah.
They should have just fucking stuck him in the Senate when he won. See if he knew the difference.
And boy, Kamala Harris, she's a dingbat.
Well, yeah. Well, I just don't know why everybody thinks of her as like a liberal. She's the most conservative fucking person I've ever seen.
She put more young black men in jail out in California, or
Yeah, for
prison.
petty crimes too, for
Yeah,
marijuana crimes and shit like that.
yeah.
Getting free labor out of them. Her family helped start the slave trade in Brownstown in fucking Jamaica. Was it Jamaica? I don't know.
I
Her
think so.
family's noted for starting the slave trade. She's got quite
Did you
a
hear her? Did you hear her when she was describing what AI was?
no. Missed that one.
Her first sentence is like, "Well, first of all, it's two letters, A and I." It's like, really?
I'm surprised she didn't
You
just
had
laugh
to,
first, like like
yeah.
her cackle that she does. Makes me think she's a little delirious most of the time, or on a lot of lithium.
Yeah, you got to go listen to that clip, man. The AI clip. It was, jeez.
I can't really watch Kamala Harris. She's
I
really
have a
hard to
friend
watch.
that's
That
I
was
have a
like my
friend that
worst fear
I have a
was
friend
that
that's super liberal, and he can't watch her.
that was like my worst fear was that Biden was going to go down and we were going to get stuck with her.
Yeah.
But don't worry, there's still time, boys. Oh man. Well, it was weird. I got flagged. I got demonetized for or no, I got a community guidelines like warning or something. It said that I played "Fuck Joe Biden," but I never played that song.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, so you're editing out a song that wasn't even in my segment. Did somebody just say "Fuck Joe Biden" and then that got my whole stream? That I edited out 5 seconds because it was literally 5 seconds. Usually, if it's 8 seconds or less, they don't even say anything. I was like, oh, this is a little weird. And I never played any music that whole time.
I'm sure that if you played something that, that was saying something about Trump, you wouldn't even hear from him.
I don't know. They'd probably flag me on some Trump shit too.
I doubt it.
I get flagged on. Well, no. The only stuff I really get flagged on more than anything is Alex Jones stuff. It
Yeah.
won't let you do any Alex Jones stuff, no matter who's on it. Andrew Tate's not so bad. You can get away with Andrew Tate, where you were able to get away with Andrew Tate up until like 2 months ago. And then they took down all of the Andrew Tate channels that were sharing his content. And now there's only one, and I think it's called The Real World, is the only one that shares Andrew Tate content on YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got monetized in like a week sharing Andrew Tate content. Shit's weird. I didn't realize how easy it was. I could have started making channels and just selling them to people. Like, hey, you want a monetized channel? Here you go.
Yeah.
That would have been a fun game to play. I know there's a lot of
I
people that sell channels.
I think I've heard him, but I can't remember
I think you'd
even
like him.
what he talks about.
You'd probably like him. He's it's satire, but well, some of the stuff he does is satire. You can tell the difference in what he does is satire and what's not. But he thinks the whole like Western society is pretty much falling apart. He thinks like the worst decision he ever made in his life was to tell people that he was atheist, because he was never really atheist. He's always believed in a higher power. He just thinks religion has really gone down in the West, and he was a Christian for a while, and then he just recently converted to Muslim. Um, and I don't know. He's an interesting guy. Frank Zappa warned everybody. That's true. They were talking about, what was it? That they're going to try to get Donald Trump next. They're going to do the Andrew Tate treatment basically on Trump next. What do they? They try to defame you. They try to arrest you, and if they can't arrest you, then they try to get rid of you permanently.
Yeah.
There's like a 3-step process by the Matrix, as they like to say.
Hmm.
But I do kind of agree with Andrew, like that the morals in the West have really gone down, and like our respect for religion and marriage in general, and I don't know, just our societal standards have really gone down probably in the last 50 years, especially in the West. Like, and I don't think it's just a liberal thing. I think it's more of like selling sex to people and just selling dumb ideas to people. I think we just really dumbed down society.
Oh yeah,
Like they were making an argument for would it be better if an algorithm was to play you some stupid bullshit that you thought was funny but had no content to it? Like you didn't learn anything or take anything away from it. It was just kind of mindless, like, oh, I'm laughing at this, but it's not a big deal. And then they were wondering if that was worse than somebody using an algorithm to give you true information, but it was funneled just the way they wanted. Like you couldn't pick and choose what you were getting. You were only getting factual information chose by the government. Like I don't know which would be worse because they're both being
yeah,
controlled by the government and they're both controlled by algorithms. I just think the the West is a good example of what it looks like when they just push the wrong information in front of people, and like celebrities are known for the wrong ass thing. Or I mean, I grew up with celebrities with like sex tapes were like the famous people in the world.
yeah,
Your Kim Kardashians, your Paris Hiltons, and they were just like the people that kids looked up to for some reason. It's really weird.
yeah.
Did you see the Sean Strickland brawl? No, Tyler. Who did he get in a brawl with? Did it just happen? I knew he'd been talking mad shit about that Ian guy or whatever, and his wife or whatever. That lady that's talking about um how to get a certain husband that's in sports or whatever. Yeah, they already got the full fight of Tony and Patty online. Like all the shit's easy to find 20 minutes after it goes. I was gonna sit there and watch it, but then I was like, and worry about getting flagged. I was just gonna watch the fights that I wanna watch. But yeah, no, I missed the brawl. You have to fill me in on that one. Unless it happened on the press conference or something. Because I didn't see the press conference either. I didn't watch it. Who's the favorite in that fight? I think it must be um, Leon Edwards. Huh. You don't got any answers for me, Tyler? Come on, man. Yeah, fill me in a little bit. Come in with this bombshell. What fight are we on already? Wow, this guy is ballsy. He's just playing it. This guy's wild. He's just playing the stream live on YouTube. I don't know how people get away with that shit or why they even try it. He's just playing it right from his YouTube channel.
I mean, UFC.
Yeah, he's playing the live.
Yeah, there's an app that I use sometimes called Dofu Sports,
No,
and
I just thought it was
it,
wild that this guy was he's streaming the fights live to his channel.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's this app
Usually
called Dofu
that'll get
Sports.
you. I'm just saying. Usually that'll get you taken down in a couple seconds.
Well,
Like
yeah,
it
well,
does.
let me finish. This app, you get to pick different streams, and there's always a YouTube stream, and they stream one quarter at a time of the football game. Then you have, if you stay on YouTube, you have to switch to a different channel. But yeah,
Oh,
they'll stream the whole 15-minute quarter, and they don't get taken down. It's true. Well, I mean, they do sometimes, but it takes a long time before they get caught.
that's wild. And they don't shut down the channels afterwards, or do they have to make new channels all the time?
They're probably making new channels,
Gotcha.
but sometimes they don't get caught. At least not live. They don't. Who knows about after? Yeah, they stream the whole game on YouTube, just different 4 different channels.
Let me see these results. Let's see the live result. UFC live results. Shafkat submitted Stephen Thompson in round two, the end of round two. It's another on Alexander Padja versus Brendan Royval. Two guys I've never heard of. For the flyweight co-main event of the evening. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I haven't been sleeping right the last couple days. I've been waking up every like couple hours. Really weird shit. And I started working out a lot more. I'm probably working out like 4 or 5 days a week. I think it's really fucking with my sleep schedule. I
Mm.
don't know. I don't know what it's doing, but I've been wanting to sleep more like just like midday. I've always been like more of a night owl. Like if a midnight comes around, I get like this weird second wind and can't fall asleep. And yeah, I probably haven't hit a REM sleep in like 3 or 4 days now. It's getting
Oh wow.
weird. I go in these weird patterns where I don't know, don't hit a normal sleep anymore. I was trying to explain that to my doctor. They're like, well, it's because you're ADHD. And I'm like, well, that's great. So how do I fix it? Like, is there anything I can do? They're like, well, we can put you back on like Ritalin or something. I'm like, no. I was like, I don't want to do
Yeah.
that. Trying to find a middle ground here. They've got nothing for me. Oh, let's have a drink. Have some Yukon Jack, 100 proof.
Dude, we used to drink Yukon Jack with lemonade flavored Gatorade. They don't make it anymore.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. They used to sell it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and dude, it was so freaking good, man. We called it. Yeah, they got that one snake bite. We called it Schlepp bite, and
Oh,
dude, it was freaking good.
whiskey. Another one that people are really surprised about is whiskey's really good with like apple juice. I didn't realize how good whiskey is with apple juice and other juices like tea. Like it's not too bad with tea either. Yeah, whiskey
Yeah,
is surprisingly good with a lot of other things, but you wouldn't expect it off the regular taste.
yeah. Just Yukon Jack's not a whiskey. That's the problem.
It's not. What is it?
That's
A
a
spirit?
liqueur. That's a liqueur.
So what's in it?
I don't know. I mean, I can't remember now, but yeah, I lost a bet on that one time.
Now I'm curious. I'm gonna look this up because I won't drink. I usually don't drink things that aren't straight alcohol. Well, not straight alcohol, but like not like flavor added. What is Yukon Jack? What is Yukon Jack? It is
Or
a
type in,
liqueur made
yeah,
from Canadian whiskey and honey. It is named after the pioneer Leroy Napoleon Jack McQuiston in Canada. It is 40% alcohol by volume or 80 proof, whereas the United States it is 50 proof, 50%, so 100 proof. But in Canada, it's not as strong.
oh, there you go, because it has honey in it. It's considered liqueur.
Um. Okay. So does it actually have? I'm wondering if it's processed with honey, like if that's what they use for, like kind of how they use mead and shit, or if it's actually in the end result. What
Yeah, I don't know.
are the ingredients? Mm-hmm. That might actually be why advertises the black sheep of Canada liquors. Original recipe. Um, I want to see. I'm not looking for the ingredients. I'm looking for what would you call it? What's that chart called? Um, I want to know how many carbs or something are in it. How?
Like nutritional label.
Yeah. The Calorie King. Say what? The Canadian one's different. What? Does it seriously have 10 fucking carbs per serving? Per shot? Oh
Yeah,
my god. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. I hope that's not right.
with the honey, I'm sure it is.
They can't all have fucking honey in them. Then what the fuck is Yukon Jack honey? Like there's that actual Yukon Jack honey. Is that just like all fucking honey? Because they're still 100 proof. You're still getting it in the same size bottle and it's still 100 proof.
Maybe there's more honey. I don't know.
Yeah, but how do you have more? How do you have more of something without having less of something else?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I would assume because like that's why I always think like Malibu is weak because they put a lot of sugar and other stuff in it. Like it's not really just alcohol, like most things. Ew, that's scary. I don't like that.
Yeah, look up what makes whiskey a liqueur.
Well,
Just
because what makes whiskey a liqueur?
yeah, just the added sweetener, or I can't remember.
Whiskey or whiskey is a type of liquor made from fermented grain mash. Um, which may be malted. It's just
No, they're telling you how to make
that's just talking about how to
whiskey.
make whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah, or what? Uh, how you could say it?
Yeah, I don't even know how to ask that.
Or how is liqueur made? I guess you could say it that way.
Well, this might actually make a lot of sense on why I'm not uh, sleeping well. If I'm having like 40 grams of sugar before bed,
Yeah.
and I average during a day less than 7 carbs, like yeah, that'd be really bad. That'd be really bad for me, man. I'd be so mad at myself. Because I'm usually pretty good about doing that. I must have thought it was a whiskey or something. Yeah, no, they have it listed. Okay, so the other nutrition places that I found, they have it listed as it does have fat in it, but it doesn't have sugar in it because in order to make the alcohol, the sugar is the part that cooks off in the fermenting process. So they would have to add honey to the end of it. Like just, I'm just thinking about how they make booze, but the original recipe, Yukon Jack doesn't have any sugar in it or carbs. My Fitness Pal, Snakebite, Canadian whiskey, original whiskey. Okay, so the original Yukon Jack original whiskey is what I'm drinking. That has 0 carbs in it. But their Canadian whiskey has 6.9. That's the one I looked up. And then the Snakebite that we were talking about earlier, that one's got 2.8.
Mm.
But the one with no carbs has the most calories. I mean, with the least carbs has the most calories. But yeah, I get why is the Snakebite one. What is that one? Is that one the apple one, or do they have a different one that's the apple one?
I can't remember what snake bite is. I've had it, but I can't remember.
Because I don't remember if the other one's called apple or what, or green apple or something. I don't know. Some of those generic apple things I can't do. I can't do the cinnamon whiskeys. Like that shit just grosses me out.
The Fireball.
Yeah, no. Well, it just reminds me of like Goldschlager or something. Like it's not new. Like we've always had weird shit like that. It reminds me of those like weird old drunk people that would be drinking like Dr. McGillicuddy's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like some kind of weird flavored shit that either smells like peppermints or I don't know. For really weird functioning alcoholics.
I used to like Washington apples. It was Crown Royal with the apple.
Oh, I've had that. That's pretty tasty. Yeah,
Oh, that's really good.
yeah. I don't. But Crown Royal is pretty nice. That's a liqueur too, right? Or is that a whiskey?
I thought that was whiskey.
Yeah. But yeah, I like Crown Royal. It's enjoyable. Definitely
I
could
didn't
be.
know. I didn't know for a long time that brandy was just distilled wine. I didn't
I
know that.
did. I did hear about that. I don't remember when I heard about that, but yeah, I've heard that before.
That's why they say brandy wine.
Well, then I think it's weird that wine that goes bad is just vinegar or something like that. It just turns into vinegar.
Yeah, some.
I don't remember. Or does it go really acidic? I don't remember what they. I thought it turned into vinegar. I was like, that's strange. I didn't realize all the different things, depending on how you kept wine, would happen to it. Because my girlfriend's been really big into mead lately. And we've been looking into things like mead and grog and how to make them. And like the main thing that's different in all these drinks is whatever they use for the yeast to eat. It's always a sugary source, whether it's honey or whether it's like bananas or whether it's oranges or sugar or whatever they use. It's always something for the yeast to eat.
Oh yeah.
And it took me so long to figure all that out and realizing like the more active the yeast is, the more alcohol you get, the more, production on it. And that's why I always thought there wasn't, like, if you're buying regular non-flavored alcohol, it doesn't actually have sugar in it. And it took me so long to actually figure that out because I was a big Red Stag guy. Fucking loved Red Stag for the longest time. Black cherry whiskey. Ooh, so good. It's my favorite shit to drink. Had to kick it. It's a bad habit.
My friend was telling me that when he was in the Navy, they were over in the Philippines and they were having a party at some park. The guys were drinking beer all day, and one of the sailors said he could chug a bottle of Johnny Walker Black, I think it was, and he said he chugged it and dropped over dead.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Alcohol poisoning.
Fucking drowned your organs. Ugh. Oh, they
Well,
had
your stomach absorbs two things. It's aspirin and alcohol. Everything else gets absorbed in your small intestines and large intestines. But that's why you can get buzzed pretty quick
oh, okay.
because your stomach actually absorbs it.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'd read. Well, because you can absorb alcohol a bunch of different ways. I remember for the longest time, kids were getting in trouble in school because they were like doing like vodka soaked tampons and shit,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like really weird shit. I'm like, and then when I was in school, kids were doing droppers of vodka to their eyeballs, and I'm like,
Oh
you
jeez.
guys are fucking nuts. I was like, you're probably gonna go blind. I was like,
Yeah.
you get some fucking bad distilled fucking vodka, and you're gonna go blind.
Yeah.
It sounded like a horrible idea. But they were like, "Oh, your breath doesn't stink." I was like, "Yeah, of course your breath doesn't stink because your eyes are burning." Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Kids are fucking stupid. Kids are so stupid. The more I
But
think about all the dumb things we
from
tried when
what
we were younger.
yeah, yeah. From what I understand though, vodka is distilled so many times that it's like if you're gonna drink something, that's the best one you could drink.
It
With a
depends. No, it depends on the quality.
oh
That's
yeah,
why.
yeah.
That's
Of
why. That's
course.
why Skull tastes so different than Belvedere or like a Grey Goose. Like it's just the distilling process. That's what decides how smooth it is. They were doing this with people that had like a Brita water filter. They were
Yeah.
going and having them get their favorite alcohol and pour it through the Brita water filter, and it would just purify it again. And it didn't hurt anything. Like it didn't take any of the alcohol out of it or anything. And they said that just the taste was such a game changer. And you can do it with almost any cheap alcohol.
I tell you the vodka that was good was Tito's.
Oh yeah, Tito's is good for what it is. The
Man,
other one
I
that my girlfriend always liked was God, I can't think of the name now. It comes in a blue bottle.
Sky.
Pinnacle. Oh, Pinnacle.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Sky.
No, Sky's not bad. I like Sky, but my girlfriend never really did.
I had one. It came in a black. tube, like a cardboard tube with metal on each side,
Okay.
metal lids. And I can't remember the name of that. I kept that tube for a long time because it's so cool. Shoot, I can't think of the name of it. Yeah, Tito's was voted like one of the tops in the world, even.
That, and I think what's his face, the comedian, kind of brought that back. Bert Kreischer.
Oh yeah,
He's always ordered Tito's and soda wherever he was at. God, that guy's had like the Mickey Mantle gene. He's always drinking. He's on
yeah. I
some
forget
sobriety kick
how many
now.
times it's distilled.
Tito's?
Yeah,
I would say 5 to 10.
maybe.
Because the cheaper ones are like at two times distilled, which, and it depends on what you're distilling. Some people distill that shit through diamonds, and some of them do it through like. There's so many weird things that people use to distill through, and then they have to wash whatever they're distilling through. I didn't realize people actually distilled vodka through diamonds. I thought that was the wildest shit I've ever heard. Like, who the fuck gathers diamonds together to do this?
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Oh yeah, there's at least 3 alcohols that do that.
You mean as it comes out of the still?
No, I assume because I don't know how vodka comes out because I don't know if it's made from a still or how it's actually made. I know how whiskey is, I know how mead is, and I know how wine is. I've never actually seen the process for vodka. I know kind of how it works to like for making hooch and stuff like that, but vodka I'm not very familiar with.
I would think it would have. I mean, distilled is distilled, and it's
Well, some people do the fermenting process, depending on how they're doing it, is all different. Sometimes you can do it in a bottle, and you don't have to have heat under it and all that other shit.
well,
You know
yeah.
what I
The
mean?
fermentation you don't have to have heat; it just has to be warm enough for the yeast to get
Yeah.
activated.
And I thought what you were getting all came down to the mash, and I thought like potatoes were usually more for vodka, corn was usually more for whiskey, like bananas and oranges were more for like hooch and stuff like that. But I don't know. I thought it all came down to like the mash that they were making for it, but I could be
Oh
wrong.
yeah,
And then honey is usually for mead. I always thought it would be crazy to get some hallucinogenic honey from I think it's Indonesia where you can go on the side of these cliffs and get this
oh yeah.
honey that's supposed to make you trip. Use that to ferment some mead.
Mm.
Gosh, sell it to all the hippie kids.
It's my understanding that basically all, well, I'm not gonna say all liquor because I'm not positive, but at least the majority of them are start off as moonshine, and then they'll put the moonshine in barrels, charred barrels, and that's what makes it whiskey. But it's basically just, you know, off corn mash, and that's moonshine, and it stays that way until you put it in the barrels.
It's different. That's why all of them have a different process. Like a good example is Jack Daniel's number 7. It's specifically the number 7 because they've tried other numbers, and some of them, if you actually look on the chart, I remember it was number 6, or they said number 8. One of the two of those was poisonous and was killing people. So,
Oh well.
like, they were so close with the mixture when they were figuring it out, when they came down with the actual mixture for Jack Daniel's number 7, that, like, there is quite a science to it. And I'm like, all right, I think it'd be cool to fuck around and try to make some beer or something like that every once in a while. Come up with your own one. My girlfriend's got one that her father, who passed away, picked out all the ingredients for. It's like it's like a pepper and some kind of fruit, and like it's a weird combination. Like we're never gonna drink it or do anything with it. It's just cool that beer companies will let you come together and make kind of whatever you want as long as you can come up with the ingredients.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ones, or you can make it yourself nowadays so easily.
Yeah, when in San Diego, SeaWorld was owned by Anheuser-Busch at one time,
Oh,
and you could go to the beer tasting area and get little cups of beer, and if you did it right, you could keep getting back in line when they would switch servers. And there was actually a beer making school that you could go to there, but then some other company bought them and stopped all that.
I just pictured you with like a fake nose or a weird mustache and just getting back in
Yeah.
line.
Oh yeah, we used to just pound them. And I'm not a Bud drinker, but we would get the Michelob Dark.
Yeah.
Just yeah, I think you get two at a
What's your
time.
beer? Is Michelob your beer of choice if you had to get them?
Well, there it was, but
Yeah.
no, that's not. Yeah,
Nowadays, you an IPA guy or you are a regular beer guy?
I couldn't stand IPA.
Are you a cider guy?
My favorite was Bass Ale.
Bass Ale? What's that?
Just a English ale. Have you ever seen a black and tan where the Guinness is on?
Tan.
That's a black and tan is half Bass and half Guinness.
Okay.
So,
Like real Guinness or like American Guinness?
Well, either way, I mean, I've only had the American one.
Okay.
But,
I've never even had the American one because I wanted to have because I wanted to have a good judgment. Like if I ever do go overseas, the first time I want to try Guinness will be somewhere where it's
well, I take this. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming it was the same, but they did come out with a Guinness that was the original recipe, and it was like a collector's item. And I bought some. I think I had one, and gave my brother. He used to collect beer. Gave him one, and we had that. It was the original deal.
Yeah, Coke said too. I didn't believe it.
What's that?
I said, yeah, Coca-Cola said that too. I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
I didn't get any kind of buzz from that Coca-Cola. I was gonna say cocaine, but decided not to.
Yeah. You could tell it was different than regular Guinness. Yeah, it was good.
Was it thicker or like what were you getting out of it?
It's a different taste. It had a little bit different taste to it.
Great to have the comic and actor Theo Vaughn with us at another UFC pay-per-view. Bilal, remember the name Muhammad. Excited to watch this welterweight title fight play out. A lot of love for Brandon Moreno, the former flyweight champion around these parts.
Colby definitely won. Leon, I think, might be too strong for Colby. Gosh, I'm just reading the comments right now. The Colby fight's getting ready to start. I think. I'm excited to see it. I wanna.
If you ever decide to try Bass and Guinness, a black and tan.
Like I'll try a bunch of different beers. Like I've tried 100 different beers. Like I think I had my first beer when I was 12. My mom used to run like an Eagles Club or a Moose Club or an Elks Club. My mom used to run an Eagles Club locally, and she was the bartender there. And me and my brother kind of grew up there. And it was back in the time like when they like inside the bar they had a cigarette dispenser. I don't know if you remember those.
Oh,
they had knobs on them. You can pull the knob out and drop it down. First time I cigarette was at that fucking bar, and the first time I tried alcohol was with my dad at that bar. And my dad's like, "Try it, you won't like it." And I didn't like it at the time. And the first time I tried a cigarette, I fucking hated it. Like, and then my brother and me went and bought a whole fucking pack of cigarettes and went behind this tree, and he had me light it and try one, and I fucking coughed my brains out. And then I went to hand it to him, and he's like, "No, I'm good." And I just remember him doing that. I'm like, "The fuck did we do that for?" But that was back when cigarettes were maybe $1. Like you were paying, you bought whatever the cheapest one up there was. We didn't know the difference. And there was no way. I feel like there was no way we were gonna like cigarettes or alcohol at that age. But I guess there are kids that do. I've never spoke to you, Christopher Gonzalez. We were Facebook friends, then you unfriended me, and you have spoken to Phil or Jake as they run the Starfaker page now. Aloha, Waters and Mr. Snyder. What did I have to do with this? Just because we're up here together? Am I guilty by association?
What I was saying is, if you ever want to try a black and tan, you get a bottle of Bass and a can of Guinness.
Mix them together.
You put Bass in up to halfway, and then you take a spoon and put it upside down over the cup or the glass, and you slowly pour the Guinness over that spoon, and it'll sit on top. It's like oil and water. It'll sit on top of that Bass. And it's pretty good.
I say it sounds pretty good. I mean, it's just thick and sits on top like that. Man. Sorry, I was trying to see the results of this at the same time. I wanted to see who posted it first. Follow way too many channels that like post it right away. So I was gonna see who would come up with it first. Even if it was just a hand raise on shorts. It would give me an idea. I really do think Colby could pull this off. Colby's I think one of the most underestimated guys in the UFC. Let's see what this guy's got. Too many people are just trying to scam people just to get them to watch their channel. And you got to kind of screw through it. Did Patty win tonight? Yeah, Patty won. Patty Pimblett did win.
Sean Strickland, I mean,
they're talking about the Sean Strickland fight right now.
I like some of the stuff that he does, but some of the stuff he's just kind of a bully.
Trump's money is on Colby. Let's see. Edwards for legacy. Colby because he never wins title shots. I only bet on Edwards because that other dude talked smack about his pops. Well, this guy's like at the event. Damn. Sean got the KO. If Strickland would get in a fight just fucking live at an event, it's kind of wild.
And listen, by the way, like I'm an MMA guru. Like Jay calls me a human Wikipedia encyclopedia. I got you. I'm sorry, man. I'm just finishing your sentence. Listen, I'll quiz anybody. Yeah, I'll quiz any MMA media outlet, anything like that. But these guys with MMA Weekly, they have all the footage.
Dude, this guy's fucking killing me. Did this round already start and you guys aren't talking about it? Yeah.
You're not watching the fight?
No, I'm not watching it right now. I'm waiting to see if somebody will post it. I'm not going to sit here because I got to sit here and fuck around with my projector behind me, and then I got to turn my camera off of the projector behind me. Like, I don't want to hook up a whole nother TV in here.
Well, you could just watch it on your phone.
Yeah, I guess I could pull up the stream on my phone, but I have a box that just has access to all of them.
Yeah, that one website that Jaywalks gave us. It's great.
Did Jaywalk put one up?
Yeah, it's streameast.app.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, don't talk about those on here.
Oh, sorry.
Those are highly illegal. Just like my box probably is. I probably shouldn't talk about my box either. I don't know what the rules are. Everybody's saying Leon got this. All right, these guys are actually watching the fight. Let's go, Leon. What up, Brett?
The demeanor is different compared to the Masvidal walkout.
Yeah, they're still walking out. I haven't missed anything yet. We got Brett's worship channel here. All right.
Hello.
What's going on, senor?
I just got done bowling.
Kenny bowling?
No,
I'm just joking.
Bowling.
What'd you score? Let me hear it.
I did 13 games.
Okay. What was your best score out of all 13 games?
I don't know.
What? What do you mean you don't know?
I've been drinking too, so
Okay, let me ask again like I asked last time. Did your games get better as you started drinking, or did they get worse?
worse.
Okay, then we need to stop this drinking process.
Dude, I had a friend who, when we went bowling or playing darts, he would always sneak in a fifth of Captain Morgan, and he'd start drinking that, go out and smoke some weed, and the more he drank, the better he got. He'd be rolling strikes, and we couldn't bowl anymore because our arms are killing us, and he'd be just hitting them left and right, and it was so crazy. Yeah, he could sneak in a fifth into the football games, baseball games, you name it.
That's what I was talking to Brett about last
mastering
time.
it.
I think there's so many sports that are like perfect for drinking sports. Bowling's one of them. Golf's one of them. When me and Granny were playing frisbee golf the other day, I was like, frisbee golf's one of them. I was like, there's just certain sports that are meant for drinking with. Because that was the thing I was trying to set up with Brett is next time I go down to Florida in March, he's going to be down there. I want to take him bowling. I think it'd be fun to go one-on-one with Brett and some bowling. He's in a league
I
and
can
stuff.
bowl one game because of my back, and usually my first or second game is my best when I used to bowl, and then I would just get worse as the night went on.
Well, yeah, you need one warm-up game. But yeah, if I'm drinking too much, like I'm the same way if I'm playing video games or anything else, I can't drink too much and keep playing. Like the quality goes down unless I'm just having fun. I'm not as competitive at that point. I have two brothers in Christ on your panel tonight, Jacob. Oh, well, thank you. I have the Boss Man and Brett's Worship Channel teaching me about hymns tonight, I assume. Speaking
Who
of,
said that?
Indiana Jake. Who's Schmidt?
Come in here, Schmidt.
Final face-off's gonna be fun.
Final face-off.
Prediction: head kick finish.
Wow, really?
Ooh, somebody just predicted a head kick finish. That's a ballsy claim. Horseshoes were made for drinking? Well, yeah, but that's not like, we're not talking Olympic sports here. Horseshoes is not like bowling or golf. I think even golf and bowling and frisbee are higher than horseshoes. Just like bags. Like bags is probably meant for drinking too, but I don't really consider it one of those sports.
What about curling?
Curling? I don't know. That one you got to be kind of accurate with, right?
Yeah. I
Especially
love
on-
watching curling. It's so funny.
yeah,
Just,
with their brushes, fucking going
Yeah.
to town. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just saw it. Put your goddamn shirt on, Brett. No, I'm just joking, man. I don't know why. I don't know why you had me read that. I'm just kidding, dude.
I'm in bed.
I know. I figured. After a long night of throwing strikes all night, I'm hoping.
Like a shorter.
And the other one looked like Snape.
Leon, come with me.
Man, they're anticipating this fight way too long. They drug it out so. I think the fight started at 9 p.m. my time, and it's almost midnight, and they haven't started the main event. Some nights go real quick, and some of them are just drug out forever.
There's a guy that used to bowl where we would go bowling, and his hand was like real crippled up. Like his fingers were, almost like you're making a fist, like an open-handed fist.
Yeah.
And he had this bowling ball that had a handle that he could pull up, and it was spring-loaded. And
Oh,
when
nice.
he'd throw the ball, it would
Just
pop
release
back
it?
down and be flush with the ball. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That'd be pretty neat. No, my buddy, who's been bowling his whole life, he got me kind of used to not putting my fingers in the hole. I'm actually better at rolling the ball if I don't have my hands in the hole.
Yeah, you can
I
put a
don't know
lot
if
of
that's
spin
bad.
on it.
Well, yeah, I just feel like for the right ball size that I want, the finger sizes don't usually match unless you're getting a custom ball or something like that. And most of the time, I'm just playing in a public place. I'm not trying to have a custom bowling ball and all that. Unless I was like, I don't know, if I was really into bowling, I'd get one like the bowler from what is it, Mystery Men? I don't remember what comedian that chick comedian is, but she's got like the head of her dad or something instead of her bowling ball. And she always plays with it. And she always beats up bad guys with it.
So it was kind of like you could see through it.
Yeah, it was a clear coat on the outside, and it just basically had a skull in it. And she told everybody it was her dad. Yeah, just to creep people out. This is the last UFC for a month. It's like the ending of the year cap.
Leon, 3 years younger, 2 inches or 1 inch taller, 2 inches taller.
I want to see the odds for this.
There we go.
I feel like they got to give Colby the odds. It's 21-3 versus 17-3, and Leon Edwards beat Usman, and Colby lost to him twice. So I feel like that's their biggest differentiator. Like when it comes to where they would be in the rankings.
So, my first 3 games were 127, 151, and 144.
157 was the best game. We're gonna get you breaking. We're gonna get you breaking 200. Do you know what game number 157 was?
27.
You said 127. You said 157 and 140 something.
No,
Oh, I thought you said 3.
151
Oh, 151
and 144.
and 144. Okay. When was 151? What game number do you know?
My second one.
Your second one? And what about 144?
My third one.
Oh, and they all went down after that?
Yeah.
Did you have any games that were under 100?
Yeah. 1.
No. Brett. This is where you're going to tell me you're Amish and you only play. No. They play more frames. I was thinking of the movie Kingpin. Have you ever seen it, Brett?
Nope.
Oh, you'd love it. It's a classic. I think Woody Allen in that one. Or Woody Harrelson. He plays a bowling coach, I guess. Finds this Amish guy that's bowling like, I don't know, 230 plus in all of his games. But he doesn't realize until he starts coaching him that he was playing like an extra 2 frames or something like that. That's why he had such a high score.
It's such a good show.
And I list the newer ones. And he's just like, nah, I haven't seen it yet.
Defending undisputed.
Wow, they're dragging this out so long. It's probably not going to start till midnight.
Oh,
What's that?
my aunt's county has a tornado threat.
You guys got a tornado coming through, or a tornado warning, or a sighting, or what?
Threat.
Oh, threat. So possibility. Gotcha.
Where tornado chasers are live.
That's not anything to worry about. You're good with threats. I always think what people talk about with tornadoes, it's hard to understand for people that don't live in the Midwest, because like a tornado sighting, a tornado warning, and a tornado threat are all different things. Instead of just being like, there's a tornado or there's a possibility of tornadoes. Like we saw one, or there's a chance we might see one. I think it should be that simple.
Right now it looks like it's flooding.
Flooding?
Mm-hmm.
How much rain have you guys gotten?
As I've said,
They got, I don't know.
7 minutes into this fight, we kind of know where how this fight's going to go. It's either whether if this is going to be the Leon show or if this is going to be the Bolton show. We'll know.
They're 30 seconds into the first round.
This round in particular, get something going. Can he get some meaningful offense going? Will he pull the trigger?
Yeah, I mean, not a ton.
Not really pulling the trigger.
They got
Yeah.
Leon Edwards at minus 125
Same with Leon.
and Colby
Trying to stay measured.
by decision at plus 225.
Colby threw a head kick that was blocked pretty easily.
There's a link to the live in private chat.
There's a link to what live?
With tornado chasers.
The tornado chasers. Who are the tornado chasers that you follow?
The storm chasers.
I know. What's the name of the channel?
Storm chasers Bradenton, I think.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Brandon.
No, there was some guy in Southern Illinois that I started following, and I shared it with Terry Hopper, and I guess he follows the same guy. I didn't know if the same storm chasers were kind of jumping around through states in the area or what it was like.
Yep, no,
It's literally all that's happening here.
take one of those. A little bit of a tongue twister. A little bit of a tongue twister stance switch. You know, kind of tough to get out the mouth.
A lot of fainting.
Yeah.
Every strike.
Just feeling each other out for the first round. Doesn't look like any action yet. I assume this is going to be a 5-round fight, so it's not going to be anything fast. If I had to guess. And they got a members only chat with 6,000 people. That's nuts. Oh yeah, boss man, I got raided last night for my birthday by a bunch of trolls. it was pretty entertaining. Yeah, There's this guy that comes over and hangs out. He goes by the name of Tactical Soup. I mean, I think it's a guy. I don't really know. And like, I know he's a troll and follows around other people. And he apparently told like 50 people to show up at my channel. And I look down and I'm like, oh, there's 50 people watching. Like, what the fuck's going on? And then sure enough, it started spamming like, your girlfriend's a fatty. Like,
Nah.
and they started doing like the N word every 20 seconds. And oh yeah, I got that. I was like, all right, because they were just trying to get me to get upset, and I was like, no. I was like, you guys called my girlfriend a whore. And they kept saying like the meanest things they could think of.
Yeah.
And she was laughing it off. I'm like, as long as she doesn't take it serious, I already know I'm not going to take it serious. These are just crazy people on the internet.
Yeah. Hey, on your phone, check your Facebook Messenger.
Check my Facebook Messenger. Okay. Will do. From you?
Yeah.
I don't have anything from you on Facebook.
On Messenger?
I'll send you a message. It says you were active 3 hours ago.
I thought I sent it to you.
I just said hi to you. That's my
Oh, that's weird. Wonder who did I send that to?
but yeah. November 30th, I believe, was the last time we talked.
Okay, try it again.
What's that? Try sending me it again? Yeah, sometimes they don't let you share that stuff. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, I'm heading out.
All right, Brett. I appreciate you stopping in, man. Hope you get some good rest.
I have church in the morning, so
Well, have fun at church. All right. That was Brett. Let's see. I can pull up YouTube again.
But he's got to get in there and mix it up. He's got to make Leon uncomfortable in some way. This is exactly what Leon wants. He'll do this all day long.
They got 10-9 round for Leon for round 1.
Kobe looks timid. Yes.
Kobe looks timid. Interesting. This is a 5-round fight. Like, I don't know why they're getting so excited about the first round. Unless there's something crazy happening.
Kobe needs a moment here. Leon has no respect for Kobe at all. I feel like the fight. Yep.
Man, and then Mitchell not going alone has hurting a lot more now. Hurting a lot more. Yeah. Plus 600 is the only one. Mitchell's hurting a lot. Yeah, that's true. I hope that.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Can you
anything.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, for some reason the mic got turned off. Yeah, check Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
It still didn't go through?
I just sent you a question mark. I haven't gotten anything yet.
Gosh, that is so weird.
Yeah, I assume it's not letting you send it. Like, I don't have any settings or anything where I could block that. View media files and links. Files, links, nothing. The only thing I got from you is the video by Unreal.
Couldn't send.
Does it say why?
Let me try something else.
They're talking about the Leon not breathing heavy, but
I mean, he's attempted that one takedown, and it was
even
a
like
meager
a
attempt.
half-ass attempt. Another hard.
Yeah, man, those leg kicks are good from Leon right now.
I wonder if
Leon.
Colby's dinged
Nah,
up.
it just says couldn't send.
Every fighter's dinged up heading into a fight, but I wonder if like Colby's like really dinged up.
I think
He's fighting. He's fighting like that.
I think your pressure thought is a better one. Oh, nice shot from Leon, partially
This
blocked.
looks really uncomfortable in there.
Could be the weight of the world on him, man.
It's true. That's good.
Could be the weight of the world.
Could very well be.
Dude, I've never thought of Colby Covington as like a first round guy. And they've only put up a 10-9 round so far in the first. I guess something
Okay,
from
so
you that time.
yeah, but it should all be one word instead of the space. That's the only way I could get it to go through.
Okay.
But type that.
Your free trial. Watch live. I don't know what to do. Let's see.
Well, at the top it should say the two names.
I got something that says free trial, streaming sports, watch live streams.
Oh. Okay, so that might be a pop-up.
But there's nothing
You'll get pop-ups.
But there's nothing to X out of.
That's on your phone?
Yeah. Streaming, Streamist.app.
East.
Oh, EAST?
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got here. Joe Rogan. That's what we got here. Starting round 3. Know what this is?
So you can actually see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to say too much, but
Get you?
yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't let me send it. It must be some setting on your end.
No, it's It's a feature that's in it. It does it on YouTube. It does it on a lot of them. It's an algorithm thing.
I've seen it before, unless it's something new that they've done.
Like if anything, I could see it flagging you on YouTube because of my settings, but not on Facebook Messenger. Like that's not a setting I can control. Like anybody that's friends with me on Facebook can message me and say whatever. I've never had an issue with that before. Besides one other person, Michael McIntosh can't send his webpage to people without having spaces in it. Not sure why.
Maybe it's just something that Facebook has that you can't send that particular site.
I'm glad I wasn't watching those commentators because they were talking really bad about Covington. I don't think Covington looks that bad. He just looks patient right now. He's blocking everything, not getting a lot of clean shots on him, especially in this round so far. Like I said, the leg kicks, it sounds like Edwards was landing a lot of them, and he just fired off a really good one there. It looks like Colby's right lead leg is a little damage on the outside. He just dropped down for a shot with 3:15 left in the round of the third. Covington follows through. I think he's going to get the leg and get him down. Looks like it. It's a pretty steady takedown. There's no way. Yeah, Leon's wrestling is not as good as Covington's. I couldn't imagine it would be. And now we're going to get a nice ground and pound situation with Colby, depending on how good Edwards' jiu-jitsu is. He pulls out. Oh, they're back up. Head kick from Edwards. Edwards goes for a shot this time. Colby sprawls, catches him in a front headlock. Ooh, Edward pins him off the cage and comes around for hooks the leg with a takedown. Colby worked. Oh, Leon let him back up. I don't like that. I wanted Colby to work his way back up. 2 minutes left in the third. Wow. All right. Well, thank you, boss man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jaywalks, or whoever originally did this. Thank you.
Yeah, you can watch anything. Football, basketball.
Well, I just don't usually do it on my phone.
Well, you didn't have to be on that. But
No. I usually do it on my projector just because it's nice to have it up there, and I got an app that just runs it. And I can do football, but I only have it set up for UFC stuff, I think, and WWE, and I don't remember what else. Boxing, maybe. One minute left in the round. If Colby probably gets a takedown, another takedown, and can keep Edwards down for a little bit, he'll probably get this round. Ooh, good kick from Colby. A little switch kick to the stomach of Edwards. Yeah, I don't think Colby looks bad. Edwards is just really fucking good. I don't know why people doubt Edwards so much. I think they did it against Usman, and then everybody thought he got lucky against Usman. Covington with a half-ass attempt at a flying knee. 4, 3, 2, 1, time. That's the end of the round. Interesting. Yeah, it's a pretty cool sight.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't know they had things like that. Because I've always heard of people like going through a bunch of links and a bunch of crazy shit all the time. I'm like, that sounds like a lot of work. Like searching through good ones and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, it booted me out. Didn't last very long.
It shouldn't have. Mine's still fine.
Oh, now it's back. Nope. Keep sending me to Bet Online Sports.
Well, that's a pop-up, so close that.
I do, and then it sends me back to the beginning.
Well, yeah, sometimes the pop-ups keep coming up. You have to do it like 4 or 5 times.
Gotcha.
And when you see 3 white dots going across, that's when it's ready to connect.
Yeah, I don't know what all this is. I had it for a second there, though.
Yeah, just keep closing the pop-ups and you'll get there. But
Yeah, no,
one
mine
time I
just
think I had to do it. What's that?
mine just takes over my whole screen. There is no like closing the pop-ups. Like when I push X on it, it just closes my whole thing and it goes back to my original search. Like there is no.
What kind of phone do you have?
No. Oh no, I got it back up. That took a while. And then if I touch the screen, it fucking goes away again. Just don't push any buttons, Jacob, and you'll be fine. .330 left in the fourth. This one Colby looks a little more timid coming out in the corner. Edwards is landing at 55%. Covington is landing at like less than 20%. Can't be right. Gosh, I must have missed a lot of craziness in the beginning. It didn't seem like there was a lot of action going on though. The way that the guys described it that I was watching. Colby with another shot. Nothing really. He didn't even change levels. He just got Edwards pinned up against the cage. Looking for a trip. Goes for a hip toss kind of with a trip. But Edwards is winging down on the outside shoulder with an overhook. Looks like he's dropping down for a front headlock. I don't think he's going to get the submission in there. Maybe. Can't really tell where his arms are. Nope. Looks like Colby switched to a single and let it go. Edwards let the front headlock go and they're back standing. Steep kick from Edwards. Stopped it for maybe a nut shot, but tried to start it by back up right away. I don't know why. I guess I kind of expected more out of this fight. I thought it was going to be more intense. Ooh. That was a wild little scramble they just got into, but Colby ended up on top with the takedown. 45 seconds left in the round. Colby's got Edwards back, which is good positioning for him for once. Ooh. I would give Edwards the escape on that. Yep, and then lets him up. Wow. A really decent fight so far. Like neither guy looks gassed. These guys are both known for their gas tanks pretty much. That's the end of the round. Fifth and final round. Yeah, I don't even know. I can't put a finger on who it's gonna be right now. I would say, I mean, it's definitely leaning in Edwards' favor just because Colby's not leading by any means. Mm-hmm. Oops. The fifth and final round. I assume Colby's gonna need a finish here. He's gonna want a victory. You watching this too, boss man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you watch UFC fights very much?
Not. I mean, I used to at my brother-in-law's house, but after me and his sister split up, I didn't really watch a whole lot.
Just kind of something to do tonight.
Yeah. Well, I saw that it was on and just wanted to check it out. And I don't really know anybody anymore.
Ooh, beautiful single leg from Colby Covington to the treetop single leg. Takes the back of Edwards. Edwards is in a good position to actually be able to stand right up because he's been against the cage as long as Colby doesn't get any legs in and they're sucking back. But if he gets a little pressure from Colby right now, he can stand right back up. But I would assume Colby's getting more takedowns, but takedowns really don't mean shit in the eyes of a UFC judge. Not a reversal yet. Ooh, yeah, now we got a reversal. Leon Edwards in control now. With Colby's back. Ooh, looking for a rear naked. I'd be kind of surprised if he gets this. I do really feel like Colby shouldn't get caught in this. But I could be mistaken. I don't know. They said he looked like he wasn't himself tonight. We'll see. He swims out the back door or no? What do we got here? Can't tell. Placement is weird. Ooh, no. Did he get the armbar in? No, he didn't. Okay. Nice. Colby gets a reversal and is now on Leon Edwards' guard. Looking to pass. He's really got to hold Leon down for a little while to show his dominance in the fight. There's only 2 minutes left. He almost needs to get a finish because too many 10-9 rounds. Who knows what the judges came out with. Leon's being smart. He's moving everything in doubles when it comes to limbs. Colby's trying to post an arm and get it pinned out, but Edwards is moving really well. I don't think Colby's just throwing shots to the side of the body, and I don't think he's getting the points he's looking for right now. I don't think they're going to count him as significant strikes by any means. I don't know that it's softening him up at all. Like I said, they both got a good gas tank. 30 seconds left in the fifth. Colby's still on top. Then I'd say quarter guard or half guard, I guess. Not really inside control, but he's pretty close to it. Looks like he's looking for a head and arm choke, but he's not close to getting it. Because Leon's just locking him down and kind of stalling it out. 2, 1, time. They both jump up and think they're the winners. I don't think Colby did enough to turn the judges, but I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I'm not gonna push anything because I don't want to mess it up. As soon as I said that, I pushed something. Well, goddamn. I always look at the highlights that they show because the judges that weren't paying attention for most of the fight, sometimes they'll look up at the highlights.
Yeah.
Just to see kind of if the highlights are equal or, but I didn't see the first 2 rounds, so I can't really say much about it. When I was looking at the thumbnail for the press conference, and they already had Leon Edwards on for the thumbnail for the press conference.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. I'm kind of curious to what they call it. It'd be nice to call it a draw and give him a rematch. It'd be good for the weight class. Because I think Usman's going to retire pretty soon if he hasn't already.
For this contest, 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision and still.
Yep. Leon Edwards retains it.
Yeah.
Nice. I want to see Colby's reaction, though. Damn, I have to watch the press conference, too. Interesting. Did he run out of the ring? Hashtag liberal judges, everybody says. That's hilarious. It is pretty funny. Mm-hmm. Good night, boss man. I appreciate you sharing that with me. And send Jaywalks a thanks for me too. I'll probably wrap up anyway. I appreciate everybody that tuned in, and yeah, I'll catch everybody later.